Hello. So I'm going to be reading the next couple pages, 8 through 11 from Get Your Story Straight. An easier example of how the main character changes is from one of my favorite movies, Home Alone. This movie is an easy way to see how someone changes by the end of the story. Kevin McAllister is a young kid who doesn't get along with his family and wishes they would all disappear. His family then leaves on a Christmas vacation and accidentally forgets him at home. Kevin wakes up to an empty house and is convinced his family did indeed disappear. So he celebrates. Meanwhile, a couple of thieves in the neighborhood are trying to rob his house. As he tries to live his life without his family, defend his house, and get to know the scary elderly man across the street, Kevin begins to realize that his family being gone isn't that great. By the end of the film, Kevin has grown up a lot, and when his family returns, and he is not only happy, but has a newfound love and appreciation for the people in his life. Aw, so cute. Basics. So basically, Kevin hates his life and his family. Kevin goes through challenges that change his perspective. Kevin realizes his life is meaningless without his family. What about a more complex story? I love the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I will explain this movie as simple as possible. As far as the main character goes, Joel is lonely, shy, and aimless. Joel meets a girl, Clementine, who is independent, loud, and unafraid of change. As they get to know each other, Joel finds out that he had erased Clementine from his memory before and that they used to date. Note, this is a spoiler. If you haven't seen the movie, you can erase your memories in this world. Overnight, while his memory is being erased, he strives not to let the doctors completely erase Clementine from his memory because he realizes he doesn't want to forget her. Through multiple layers of memories and side plots, Joel can remember her. He then finds out Clementine has also erased him from her memory. Joel convinces her to try dating again, even though they both know it ended in disaster. Joel realizes he would rather remember someone he loved, even if it ends in heartbreak. He doesn't want to forget the good memories and the lessons he learned from the relationship. So basics, Joel and Clementine break up and he tries to erase her from his memory because the memory of her is making him miserable. Joel realizes that he doesn't want to forget her because of the happy memories he remembers during his surgery. Joel confirms love and pain are worth remembering. Even if the change of the main character doesn't seem like a lot or doesn't seem like a good change or doesn't even stick and they turn into the same person they always were, they still changed at some moment in time. The change in someone's story doesn't have to be so apparent for it to be their story. One of my favorite movies is Young Adult. It's about a woman, Mavis, who is a bitter teen novel ghostwriter. She has just found out that her old high school boyfriend is having a baby with his wife. Feeling incomplete, lonely, and bored, she ventures back to her old town to win him back. Despite everything she does to try to manipulate the love of her life, she fails miserably. All she does is manage to highlight her alcoholism, her delusional thoughts, and her sad, lonely reality of her life. At her lowest point, Mavis seems to be a defeated, more humble version of herself. But then she is convinced by a sister of a friend that there is nothing wrong with her. She is impressive and everyone else is the problem. In the end, she changed into a worse, delusional version of herself. Therefore, she is the main character after all. The basics. Mavis is empty and unhappy. She tries to find happiness by getting back with her old boyfriend. Mavis fails, exposing her flaws while making a friend along the way. Mavis is convinced she is a loser. At the last moment, Mavis is then convinced she is not a loser and goes on with her life. Did I mention this is a dark comedy? The change happened when she admitted defeat and wanted to run back home with her tail between her legs. That change or feeling doesn't last long, but that's okay. There is something really funny when it comes to those who can't realize their blatant faults. I don't know why, maybe it's just my twisted sense of humor. My point is, you can take any kind of film, good or bad, and the main character will have some kind of change happen in their life. This is the essential core of your story that you must find out to turn it into a real story and not just an idea. I'd like to add that the change of a character must go through is often something they are unaware of that they need. I'll get into the wants and needs a little more later on, but to put it plainly, you need to know more about your character than they know about themselves. When your main character needs that clarity or push, it is often done by the B character in your story. The B story usually runs alongside the main plot and is carried by a B character whose role is to reflect, challenge, or reveal what the main character can't yet see about themselves. This person can usually see through them, or at least knows what needs to be said to force some kind of realization. That said, your main character still needs to be the one who makes the final decision. They are driving the ship. A bystander style main character isn't someone we want to follow because everything feels out of their control. The point of a story is to see what they choose to do in a situation, not how they slip into non-main character energy and fade into the background of indifference.